Hello folks and welcome back to SLR, the first time in Tier 2 and 2026. Now we are going to race, maybe the last time at Imola, since last year was the last time we raced, we saw a race going on the Imola race circuit. So now we actually are 8 years in total with SLR. Well, I'm only to about 3 years, but that's something different. So, Imola is our race today. It's a very familiar, well-known track, and there are maybe some weather conditions because it's lying in Italy, and Italy the weather can change very rapidly, and it's also a pretty steep and hilly track as well. As you see, lots of corners, lots of little straights there is, and many opportunities for an overtake, especially in sector 1 and sector 2. There are many opportunities, but let's see if the main feed is working out. Don't. Yeah, okay. It looks like we only got 11 drivers for now. Maybe there are coming some other drivers soon. And we have a pretty wet qualifying, as it looks like. But I'm not doing this by myself. You know the guy who's joining me? It's Gorla. Hello.
Everyone, so it's great to be back. Hope you all had a very good Christmas, and we wish you all a happy new year as well. For this race, well, it looks like quali is very wet, but I've had reports that the race is going to be dry, so it should be a fun one.
I mean, depends what you think is a fun one, but I'd say changing from dry tires to wet tires or the other way around is pretty amazing to watch. I mean, it's so goddamn much strategic going on. And as well, Piggy is the only one who thinks about going out of only intermediates. Okay, Ever's next is joining him. He's going out with intermediates as well. Yeah, okay, Piggy's on outlap. Let's see, who is the first one who's gonna cross the line? It looks like an RB. RB is...
It is John Wick, I
John
think.
Wick. Wait, alright. So...
He's on the wets and the full wets, and they should be faster, I believe, at this point. The track will get drier though as the drivers do some laps, so it will improve a lot, and by the end the times should be all dropping down.
Yep. Since for right now there is no dry line formed on the track, so everybody has to drive on standing water for now. But if the race or if the drivers are quick enough and drive more laps than usual, then there will be a very big dry line, and maybe they considering changing to intermediates, since intermediates stick better to the road. But if you have that kind of that much of raining, then there is a bit of aquaplaning going on, even with the little grooves. And ooh, you see Eversnacks behind John Wick having a bad time. He is still on an outlap and also an intermediate, so it looks like wets are still the way to go. Almost.
This was a tricky corner there to go, especially on the full wet, but he managed it well.
Yeah, it is. And actually, Eversnacks has a very good chance of gaining some points in this race, since there are only 11 drivers, so not many opportunities to kill him. And
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and it looks like that John Wick will come through in the mid 40s of a second.
Oh, just a bit wide, but still within limits there.
Still in limits, yeah. This last two corners are very good known, well known for invalidating. And it looks like we got our first lap of the year in Tier 2 from John Wick with 1:30.3. I have no idea how the wet tires times are in Imola, but let's compare it to the other drivers who will run over the line eventually. It looks like an RB. No, he's not. Oh, it is an RB who's crossing the
is it Pep?
line.
Yeah, it is Pep.
Let's see, 1:31.0. So not such a big of a. Well, I'm talking. I'm yapping. Almost 700
7/10.
Yeah, 7/10 of a second.
Yeah,
Wait,
the
7
John
tenths.
Wick's lap looked very, very good. See, first lap on the full wets, and he kept the racing light pretty much perfectly, and also not much wheel spin that I could see. So it looked like a very good lap from John Wick.
Yeah, as we're talking, Magnetic is coming through the line with a 140. Bleh, I'm yapping. 134.8, and it looks like who? Okay, some Samsardas. Yeah, he's back again. Actually, I don't know if he got a real seat, and so the white Red Bull. Oh, juicy looks that. I like the red Red Bull.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
But crucially, let me point out Piggy on the Inters did a 32.4, which is not too far away from the drivers in front of him. That's already a good sign that the Inters, well, on the next run, all the drivers might be switching to Inters.
Yeah, maybe Eversnax and Piggy thought, yeah, the track will drive eventually. I'm sticking with the Inters, even though they're a bit slower in the first run. Oh, Pac-Man Man. Oh, getting over over John Wick, sorry, with a 129.6. So that means there is a 9/10 gap between him and John Wick. That's big. That's a big gap, actually. Almost a second. So
Yeah,
currently Piggy
yeah. As we said, the track's gonna be improving, so the times are just gonna keep dropping.
Piggy starting a new hot lap. Let's see, he's one of the few on intermediates. Currently through sector 1 he goes, right next to the pit exit. And now through the first double chicane, let's see what he can make out of it. Keeping it clean, close to the area. Very good, to the track limit, sorry. Yeah, very good. Oh, that was very, very brave move. He almost invalidated his lap. I saw him doing a red thingy there. And it looks like that Piggy has control with his car and 1.4 seconds improvement in Sector 1. So the track actually is already improving. Ah, okay, maybe I'm speaking it too fast because he was just spinning around there. A bit of wheel spin is going on. And yeah, let's see the tricky corner. Can he manage it? Yeah, barely. He just stays in the track limits. Let's see the very hilly area. Can he make it through there easily and clean as well? Yeah, I just saw both wheels going over the line, but hey, FIA, good, yeah, you do your thing. The pillar is already gone in the double chicane there, so there was someone just going straight through. And speed trap. I have no idea where you can see the speed, but it looks like that Piggy is going through a very, very good lap and will end up with a good time. Let's see. He's currently going through the last bit of track, start finish line he goes through, and it's enough for the second position, only 200ths of a second behind Pac-Man Man. And yeah, John Wick isn't that far out.
Yeah, and Eversnax also got into the top 3 momentarily with the Inters. So yeah, it's just another sign that the Inters will be the tire to go for when they go out on the second run or the
Ooh.
second runs, because in the wet drivers do multiple runs.
Yeah, since tire wear isn't as big as a
John Wick
Central
actually
Park.
went out on full wets again. I'm not sure if he doesn't trust his Inters or if he is liking the full wets, but I don't think it is the right call. We'll see
Yeah,
though.
well, he's the driver, so he makes the decision. But let's see. I'm currently with Eversnax, goes through the double chicane he goes, and now go through that, whatever the corners names are. Yeah, okay, he slides around there, he has to carry his car around the corners, and a bit of lockup going on. And as you can see on the TV pod, there are some dry lines already forming on the track. So the track is getting drier and drier. Ooh, yeah, a bit of slidey thingy going on there. And no, that's so. Oh wait, no. We are currently again with Eurosnacks, and now Let's see. Yeah, he loses a bit of control there, but nonetheless, he still makes an improvement of 1.5 seconds. Double chicane, he goes through. Very good. He cut that corner very good. Nice job, Ever next. And now he goes through the downhill area, through the double right left-hander. Just keep it in line there. Very, very. Okay, he just went over the line, so I have no idea what he
That
did
was
start.
very close to, yeah, that was very close
Yeah,
to the limit there.
that was over the limit as almost. And almost. Eversnax barely gets the provisional pole position for now. Wait, also, sorry, I was looking at the smaller digits. 1 second of an improvement there. Payment is 1 second behind Eversnax, and Eversnax still has 4 lap old tower intermediates.
Yeah, Pep also went for the inters. John Wick just aborted his lap on the set of wets. So now I'm thinking that he might come into the pits and change them.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Futuristic is still on a lap on the full wets as he almost spins going into the chicane. 4 laps on these wet tires, about to be 5 laps. Yeah, they must have taken a lot of fuel for the first set of runs. Ooh, he goes a bit wide, and that's an invalidation from Futuristic. Does he come into
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
pits?
whoa,
He's
whoa!
spinning the car. That was, ooh, watch out. I think he got a bit frustrated there that he got it invalidated. I'm not sure how much he was improving.
Me neither. I don't have any idea. But now at least he has an excuse why to going into the pit lane. Except for changing tires, of course.
John Wick actually starts a new lap on the same set of wets. We can spectate him for a bit. We should also have... Yeah, Pepman just completes a lap and goes provisional pole with a 28.4. Close to Eversnax's time. But yeah, Pepman will have a lot of fuel in the car as this is only his first run.
Yeah, it depends on what the driver is aiming at. Like, is he aiming at staying out the entire qualifying and just doing lap over lap? Or is he going into the pit lane to change tires eventually? I mean, the tire wear is less on in in wet conditions, but still there are some tire wears going on. And in real life, sadly, it's not modeled in F1 25, but in real life, you can see that the inters, especially the inters, but the wets as well, wear down eventually and become slicks. Easy
Yeah,
as that.
as John Wick comes across the line and he improves to P3. Not too far away from the top two, but yeah, I think if he was on Inters, he would have a much bigger advantage.
Yeah, no. A magnetic is currently in sector 2. He goes through the downhill area. Oh, okay, there were two. I have no idea
Oh,
what that
that's a
other.
very nice lap from Pep now, almost a second faster than ever Snacks
Yeah, okay,
in
the track is
P2.
drying
So
up.
Snacks invalidated his previous run, I think.
And looks like Eversnax is going into the pit lane one last time to change to intermediate tires into new sets of intermediate tires and also adjusting the fuel level maybe. And
Oh no,
magnetic,
Snacks is on an out lap. Yeah, he changed the tires again.
yeah. And currently I'm with magnetic. He is on a hot lap or he goes on a hot lap now. So let's see where he will end up. So the only drivers currently on wets are Boosted Mess and Wets, like also known as John Wick. Um, Above the Ferraris are in last positions. And yeah, it looks like that the grid. Everyone goes out for a hot lap now. And maybe... Okay, yeah, Magnetic is going very, very good. 1 second of an improvement. For now, that would be P3 or something if he manages to stay with his current time in sector 2 and 3. But if he improves only one of them... Oh, okay, there was some big sliding. He was almost standing sideways on the track. And whoever's sending me a Discord DM right now is disturbing me. So, yeah,
I
as
have
I
a
was
question
going to
from
say.
chat.
Yeah.
They're asking who is Sim Suarez.
Sim
Sim
Suarez.
Suarez is a fast driver. I think he fought for the Tier 2 championship. I think it was 2 seasons ago. Don't remember who won it. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't want to say any wrong names, but yeah, he was in the fight for the championship. I don't think he won it.
Yeah, and Magnetic is P2 currently, as I said, a very good lap for him. In front of Eversnack and behind Petman Man. And there are only 2 minutes left, so Petman Man has one, Eversnack has one last time.
Yeah, Snacks invalidated his first run. Is now going to start a second one as John Wick is completely off the track on his out lap on the inters there. I'm not sure what's gone wrong for him there. Maybe he was just trying to avoid the incoming cars.
So Eversnack
Doesn't have damage.
Eversnacks didn't deploy his battery on the start finish line. Maybe it was on purpose, maybe not, I don't know. But I
He
don't
might be
think...
waiting for the last minutes to make sure he sets the last lap because the track is still improving. There's a lot of drivers off the track. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a Red Bull kind of cutting the grass. Was it Viz? Yeah, it was Viz. And there's John Wick also behind him going off the track on purpose. I really don't understand what's going on.
Just cutting some grass there.
Yeah, John Wick is just going to the gravel on purpose. Is he just trying to slow the car down or what? Just to be the last runner?
I have no idea.
I don't understand what sort of tactics, or maybe he just has some kind of hardware failure.
Maybe, but yeah, so Eversnax was just driving around for um just making
And
some time
Sim
good.
Suarez goes P3. I can't see how much time is left in the session because of the okay, so 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining. I see who's gonna cross the line. Pepman is trying to get past drivers. He gets past the Red Bull of Fizz. He's gonna start the lap right now. 13 seconds. Where is John Wick? I don't think he will have time, right?
Nah, John Wick
Yeah,
is
John Wick
still on an
will not
outlet.
have time. Yeah, he must have some sort of hardware failure because he's not driving the car. So Pep actually is one of the last people to start the lap. I think actually the last one was Viz. Yeah.
This?
No, the last one was Viz, I think.
Okay, yeah, it was Wiz. Yeah, but let's sub on to Eversnax since he's a contender for the Drivers' Championship, only a few points behind Pep Madman. And it looks like that, I have no idea what his time is currently, what his delta is, but it looks like that he has control under his car and under the situation. Just keep it clean now. Maybe he will improve for first position, since he is currently in 5th position. And yeah, a lot of
Did not
battery
see if he
still
was
left. I
improving.
don't think that he can deploy all of it in the last bit of racing there's there to get. But now he goes through the last couple of corners. The last opportunity for making up some time. Very clean, very strategic, and now deploy everything of battery he has left. And it doesn't look like it's a good lap. Oh, okay, it's enough for third position. So
P3.
Pat Madman
Yeah,
is our pole sitter for this race. Oh, okay, he's a bit of spinning there.
still Futuristic who's gonna come across the line just in front of Pepman actually. Futuristic might jump up some places as well. It doesn't, but Pepman is going to be on the pole position as Viz crosses the line, and that's our qualifying done.
Yeah,
Did not
that
see
was a
what
very good
position Viz
qualifying.
jumped, but I think he will be like P7. And yeah, John Wick and Snacks, the two Williams there, seem to have struggled a bit in that last bit of qualifying, and Sim Suarez with a great job to put the Red Bull in P2.
Yep. So the first five drivers are all within 7 or 8 tenths of a second. So the grid is pretty um how do you say that? Pretty um
Distance.
competitive. No, competitive. I
Oh,
was going to
okay.
say. Yeah. So let's see if the drivers race. Of course, if the drivers race. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The race is dry,
It is a
and
dry race. It's
yeah. So dry races, but it looks cloudy. So maybe there's a bit of opportunity that we get some wet racing today. As we just saw, there's a bit. There always can be wet racing. So let's hope for that. I mean, it's more fun to watch. For me, I only can speak for me, but what are you thinking?
uh, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Snacks and also John Wick can fight to try and reach Pepman, who seems to be on another level in this race. At least in the wet, he was. Sim Suarez also in the mix. He's very quick as well. And Imola is a track where it allows for many overtakes and also some crashes as well, especially in turn one. Sometimes it's difficult to overtake there. If you go side by side through turn one, it usually doesn't end well. So that's something to look forward to as well. Our I was gonna say our weatherman on track is Christian today. So if he can tell us if it's likely to rain at the at any point in the race, uh, we would appreciate.
Yeah, we would appreciate it. And so, what do you think? Who will get this home? Ugh, what the hell am I talking about now? Today is a bit messy. I don't know what's going on. So what do you think? Who will win this race today?
Well, I don't want to be boring, but I have to say Pepman, right? Because it's just is in the last races, at least the ones I commented on, is just so quick and starting from pole again. If he can get away from Sim Suarez or whoever's behind him and break that DRS gap, then I think he's just gonna go until the end. Especially because there's only 11 drivers on the grid, so not many chances of safety car this time around. So to to have any impact on Pep's race, I think he could be on for a very comfortable win if he gets the start right.
Yeah, but don't forget that there is still a new one, which Peppermint didn't drive against at all. Sim Suarez. He was a good driver in the last season. Um, I think I was fighting with him as well. And it looks like that Sim Suarez also has the opportunity to take that race home, or not home, but to win that race. And if Sim Suarez, sorry, if Peppermint doesn't explode, let his tires explode, then maybe. Yeah, I think then he has good chances that he can win this race. But I'm yapping all day. We are currently at the start-finish line, and drivers are preparing to drive into their um, what are they called?
Yeah. Also, another update is I don't know if John Wick has his supposedly hardware failure fixed because he's dropped to the back of the grid during formation lap. He's now overtaking everyone. So let's hope he's got it fixed.
Yeah. So it looks like that Sims are standing a bit against Pepperman and Pepperman against Sims Suarez, but the 5 lights outgoing in Imola one last time, and
Oh, bad
Imola.
start from Pep.
Good start from Peppermint and Sinsaurus. Both of them get a decent start. And what the hell? Okay, camera is doing weird things. Right behind him is Eversnax, but he leaves them so that they can handle out that situation right now. And it looks like that the front grid already stabilized, but in the back there is still some action going on. Wets against Magnetic. And it looks like that Magnetic gained the win from the position. Now the Ferrari was trying to gain a move uh, uh, next to John Wick. but didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't gone through, and it
Yeah,
looks
it
like it's
actually
all
was
good.
a bad start from Pepman. Eversnax and Sim Suarez both got the jump on him. Sim Suarez managed to overtake straight away, then Pep managed to defend from Snacks in turn 1, and Magnetech actually went down the inside of Piggy, but there was some contact there, and that made Magnetech go. Oh, he's now fighting with John Wick, who goes down the inside on the chicane and gets a move done. Magnetech goes futuristic, goes past him as well. He's just getting bullied in this first lap. Magnetech is.
Yeah, Magnetic doesn't have a great time out there. It looks like that John Wick is finally getting done everything he wants, but he already fall out of DRS range, so no DRS for him. And also we say goodbye to DRS in the real F1 since it's replaced by manual override mode, which is an interesting name.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's actually surprising. Pep doesn't seem to have the pace, at least in these first laps. Maybe he wasn't used to the track being dry. Sometimes that happens when you have a wet quali. You're just not used to the grip in the first couple of laps. Let's see if he can get back to the DRS range of Sim Suarez.
yeah, let's see that. But Simsaurus, if he stays clean, then Simsaurus has a good chance that he can just run away from Pepperman and just build a huge enough gap that if there's no safety car, he can chill out and just drive his laps and eventually get home with a win. So you already can see that both of the hard runners have fallen back behind quite far, with in 9th position and Larsen in 11th position, within DRS range to be said. And Pepperman gets overtaken by Eversnax, who's in the range of 1.2 seconds, 1.4 seconds behind
Ooh, he almost loses the
Simsaurus.
car there.
Yeah, Pepperman doesn't have a great time out there. Even now
And
with...
Larsen also went past Boosted Mess, and now Viz. I think Viz also got passed by Verche.
Yeah, Larsen overtook Boosted Mess, who's currently in 11th position. And yeah, let's see. Pepperman still behind our snacks, but you have to be very careful, especially in this section of the track. There is a bit of air wash and dirty air behind the cars. So since ours has the luxury of clean air in front of him, just... I mean, I was driving here as well in F125 and I can say that dirty air is a very, very big influence of your car stability and you don't want to have it. In the best case scenario, you don't want to have any dirty air in front of you, but well, you don't have any option if you aren't in front, right?
Well, the top 4 are pretty much going all out on pace at the moment. They're pushing everything they have in terms of battery. Simswai is trying to run away, the rest trying to catch him. John Wick also trying to push all he can so that he can join the DRS train.
Yeah, and Pepperman still behind Eversnax. I don't know why he didn't overtake Eversnax. Let's see what the ERS situation is. Eversnax 16% and Pepperman 35ish percent. So that's a thing to be concerned about. Just keep an eye on the ERS, manage your ERS, and deploy it when it's needed. Don't just deploy it on random straights to gain some time. I mean, you will gain time eventually on the DRS straight, but it looks like Eversnack is falling behind Simsaurus, and with him, sorta just is slowing down the whole grid for now. Like Pepperman can overtake in this ERS straight, I think.
Yeah, looks like this strategy from Sim Suarez to just push everything that he can in the first laps is working. Pepman might go for a move on Snacks here. He's got the RS open, he's gonna go around the outside, brakes early, because it's a tricky spot to overtake there.
Eversnax takes the inside line, gaining an advantage since the corners going to the right, then to the left, and then to the right. But if you're that close and side by side through that little corner thingy there, you have to watch out of time penalties, especially like warnings and after that time penalties. And time penalties can influence the end of the time very big.
Yeah, further down, Viz and Verge keep switching positions every straight. Same for Futuristic and Magnatech. And that's, ooh, no, mistake for Verge that allowed Larsen to get close to them. And Larsen now will have an opportunity to go up into P9. As Magnatech overtakes Futuristic right after the chicane, so that must have been a mistake from Futuristic. He got so much more battery though, it's gonna be an easy overtake back on the straight. Larsen will also get it done on Virtue for P9.
Yeah, P9 he goes. Larsen, nice. This in 8. 8 position 8 and
Ooh, Futuristic and Magnatech side by side. Futuristic gets stopped, he gets pushed off track and he spins! Futuristic is off the road, he sees everyone go through except Boosted Mess who's far away, but he will wait actually for Boosted Mess to go through and not risk a risky rejoin there. Sensible thing from Futuristic there. That's so unfortunate, they had a little bit of a contact wheel to wheel. Futuristic just went off track and didn't lift enough. Oh, and now it just spins again on the brakes.
Yeah, hot tires.
Rear wheel lock up. Yep, that's difficult to say.
Rear wheel lockup.
Rear wheel lockup.
Yeah, Futuristic already gaining a 3-second time penalty.
I think we should just switch the camera off of him because what he's about to do is not gonna be pretty. Meanwhile, John Wick has gone past Pepman. Did we see that? I don't think we did. And has caught up to Snacks.
I was trying to say that, but you were talking about Futuristic. It's okay. And he locks up again. I think he has his brake wires a bit too far to the front, to the back, so therefore he always locks up.
Don't think that's it, but I think he's just very angry at the moment, and he's probably gonna retire in the pits.
Yeah, the race is done.
Sim Suarez 2.7 second gap, and Snacks goes deep there in the Aqua Minerale, and John Wick is gonna have a very easy overtake. I would assume Snacks is not gonna fighting too much. Oh no, I was gonna say he's gonna let him go, but not yet.
Yeah, so Peppermint, Snacks and John Wick having not such a good time there. Two of them got DRS. SimSuarez still in front with a 3-second gap, so it looks like, and that SimSuarez gets the hand over everyone. And John Wick overtook Snacks, but Peppermint doesn't have enough energy or enough speed to overtake Snacks or John Wick, even maybe.
Oh, they're going side by side, Viz and Magnatech, and Viz goes up into P6. There was a bit of contact there, but I couldn't see it very well because of the camera.
Yeah, and let's see, the pick up the grid. Okay, what? I have no idea what is going on with my language right now. I'm just yapping all things. The front of the grid, or the pack to be said, stabilized itself. Just forget about the little thingy with Futuristic. Yeah, with a 3-second time penalty. I said it. It heavily relies. This race relies on just getting through clean and doing no mistakes. SimSuarez can handle one 3-second time penalty, but none is better than one. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
John Wick
I
deploys
understand.
everything of battery he has left, since both Eversnax and Padman do have DRS. And I don't know, do they recharge their ERS? Oh,
Well,
sorry, Snacks. Yeah, okay, well.
Simswar is definitely not recharging. He's giving it all every single lap, and so far that's working out for him.
Yeah, everyone deploys a bit of battery when accelerating out of the corner. And currently John Wick still in front with a half a second gap between him and Aerosnacks. Then Pepperman there is. And then a huge gap with 6 seconds between Pepperman and Piggy. So nowhere near the top, through the
Yeah,
top of the
Piggy
grid.
was doing a good job of keeping up with the top four for about 5 laps or so, and then he suddenly dropped off. I didn't see if there was any mistake or just he, well, the others were just slowly getting away from him. But yeah, now a 7.6 second gap, and I think the gap is just keeps increasing.
Yeah, the gaps will increase eventually, time over time. And it looks like that John Wick still stays in front. Maybe John Wick got everything together now. And my theory is that John Wick didn't practice in wet conditions. I mean, his performance is outstandingly, and
Well, I'd be surprised if any of them had practiced in the wets. It's not a, well, not a very common thing to do, especially because there's no time trial in the rain this game. So the only way to practice is go into a race.
true. Like, not even in this game, but the several games before that as well. I mean, I don't know, but there are no TTs in wets, sadly. I would love to have TT in wets, but yeah, let's see. You can practice it somehow at least. Let's see when the boxing stops will start to appear on the track. I mean, all of them except for Wiz and Larson on medium, so therefore his tires or their tires will be down eventually. And they have to go. Yeah, as I just said, Piggy already goes to the pit lane and changing into hards, I think. Maybe the softy doing a two-stop strategy.
Should be for hards.
No,
Yeah,
mediums
he was
actually.
struggling. Oh, yeah, it's a bit early, but the medium was started to struggle by lap 10. He was losing a lot of time to, especially Viz, who's on hards, and so decided to go for the two-stop. And Virtue also did the same.
Yeah, almost doing a double stack there. Reminds me of that Mercedes double box and stop, you know what I mean?
What was that? Sorry.
The double stack in the pit
Oh,
lane.
of the Aston.
Mercedes.
Yeah, the Aston.
I don't know
Yeah, they
which race
almost.
it was.
Oh, you're talking about a specific race. Yeah, I don't know.
Me neither. But Simswar is still in front, and oh, okay, Aerosnax going to the pit lane first, so maybe the front of the grid has to react to that. I don't know.
Does he go for a two-stop as well?
I have no idea. Let's find it out. I don't think he goes. He
Chooses the
goes for hard,
hearts. Yeah, he should go until the end with these hearts.
or just blow up. Might as well just do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, or that's
So it's currently.
actually happened to me in my last race in this game. My tires just blew up. It was in Abu Dhabi though.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes, and since then I retired.
Yeah, quite understandably. So let's see if Eversnax performs good with the new set of tires. Yeah, okay, it's already gaining so much time onto Larson. Behind him, boosted mess, there is. And yeah, it looks like that 20 laps still to go. Yeah, okay, Eversnax is happy with those tires.
And Sim
And
Suarez also
Simsaurus,
pits.
yeah, Simsaurus going to pit, pit in the pit lane, yeah, of course. Changing into hard tires, so maybe just staying out for the whole race that there's left.
Uh,
But time roll bring
Neither
answers.
John Wick or Pep decided to pit, so the strategy is to go long, or at least longer than the other two guys. Interesting strategies.
Yeah, and even though Eversnax was pitting one lap earlier, Eversnax just barely gained any time onto Sim Suarez.
Yeah, I think he got about a second.
Yeah.
The tires on this track are very quick on the first laps, but also were pretty fast.
Yeah, and Piggy goes to the pit lane again. Wait a second. Huh? Oh no, sorry. Boosted Mess is getting into the pit lane. Yeah, he is in pit now. On to hard tires as well. And yeah, it looks like that John Wick is taking the lead of the pack right now. Maybe going into the pit lane. No, he still stays out. Okay, what is his plan? Maybe he's going for, I don't know,
Yeah, they
medium
both
soft?
are going for a long strategy. No, medium soft is not possible. I think they're just going
No, like two mediums and
for
one
the
soft.
overcut. Two mediums in one soft. No, that wouldn't pay off. The one stop is definitely faster.
Okay. So the Magnetic is currently in the pit lane, changing to hard tires, so it's doing the same as everyone except for, who was it? Piggy, who inverted, who were changing to mediums again. So they are doing a a two-stop strategy. Maybe there's a safety car and they will do a free stop, but right now we don't know it yet.
If John Wick and Pepman wait too long, they will come out behind Piggy, and that's not ideal, as they'll have an extra car to overtake. They will have a very good advantage on tires, but well, we have Sim Suarez and Snacks fighting with Larson, who still hasn't pitted because he was on hards. So Sim Suarez lost a lot of time behind Larson here, and that is going to be crucial because Snacks, I think, is going to barely be in the RS range. I think he might just be, no, because the detection was so early. He won't have the RS, but John Wick and Pepman finally pit, and Sim Suarez finally goes past Larson. Snacks, I think, yeah, due to no DRS, he'll stick one lap behind Larson, and now it's his turn to lose time.
Yeah, but Simstar's
Pepman
teammate.
and John Wick go out just in front of Piggy there, so no extra cars to overtake, and I think by the time, oh, that's Snacks going wide. By the time they get to Larson, I think he's already would have pitted.
Yeah, I think so as
Snacks
well.
now on traction, is deploying batteries, gonna go around the outside of Larson, who doesn't offer much of a response. It's not his race. So by the end of the overtakes, Snacks is 1.7 seconds off Sim Suarez.
1.2 seconds. Ah, Padman
Oh, and
man.
Pepman!
Padman man, a 3-second time penalty, so he says goodbye to that potential race win, which is already quite far away, but now it's just gone. And Samsaurus, his teammate is still in front for almost not even 4 seconds in front of him, so. Okay, Samsaurus setting a fastest lap. Okay, yeah, so Samsaurus is just cooking on track right now. No one can beat
Yep.
his
Very
driving
quick.
performance in any way, or even match it. So we have a clear race winner if his tires doesn't explode.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Snacks now dropped a lot from Sim Suarez in that one lap. Went from 1.7 to 2.5. The bad news is that Sim Suarez will now have Viz. Let's see if they're teammates, so Viz could just let him go.
Let him go, let him go, let him go. Wait, that was the wrong song.
Let it go, yeah, I think that's correct.
Let it go, let it go. Da 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 da. Yep. So Simstar is
Like,
almost 1 second behind Wiz, so he has some DRS. Maybe that was the plan to give Simstar
he'll have
DRS to run away,
DRS. No, he
run
doesn't have
away.
DRS, but Viz is just gonna let him go, I think. Yeah, he is. That's very well played by the Red Bulls, and I think that pretty much seals the win because now Snacks is gonna be stuck behind Viz for a bit.
Yeah, Eversnax is improving as well. I don't know why Wiz isn't into the pit lane now. Maybe, oh yeah, because he is on hards, of course, so he has to stay out a lot of time.
Well,
More longer time,
he
sorry.
should be pitting right around now, but I think he just wants to stay out a bit more just to hinder Snacks' race and make sure he doesn't catch Sim Suarez, as you can see here. Oh, he actually
Whoa!
dropped it! He spins, trying to defend, and he's now on the middle of the track. That's very dangerous for the drivers behind. Pepman will not go through, only John Wick. And yeah, that's the end of Viz's defense. He's actually still defending from Pepman. He will make him go around the outside. Pep decides to lift a bit and now tries to go around the outside there. It's a very good move. And now Viz probably will just spill into the pits. Actually, no, he continues for one more lap. As John Wick goes for the fastest lap of the race. He's still fighting to catch Snacks and try and get a P2 here. That would be a very good result from him, starting from P8, I think, or P7, or yeah, P6 maybe. I don't remember.
Me neither, so let's just okay. Okay, so funny thing right now, nobody has ERS or sorry, nobody has DRS. Not even close.
Yeah.
Very spread apart.
Yeah, well, that usually tends to happen when you only have 10 drivers racing.
Well, our last race was in Singapore. I don't think it was in Singapore, but the race before that, which was I think I didn't commentate in that, but in some race earlier, there also were a lot of more drivers, like 18 or something. I can't remember, but more than now. And the grid also was very far apart, and over 1 second gap between everyone. Larson finally going into the pit lane earlier than Viz is doing. Never. Yeah. I'm right. And Simsar still holds on strong to the race win, standing in P1.
Oh, the
But
gap is almost the same for the top four, so 2.4, 2 point something seconds across all of them.
yeah,
They're
quite funny.
equally distanced from each other.
Ever Snacks gaining a
Ooh,
free time second point. Ever
that
Snacks
is
gaining a
crucial because
3 second time penalty. Jesus Christ.
yeah, that now puts him in provisional P3, and if he doesn't get going, he might even be fighting with Pepman, who has better tires at the end. Right, so that's I think well, I don't think John Wick will have the pace to catch Sim Suarez. He's slowly catching him, but there's only 12. Well, there's still a lot of laps actually. And I'm not sure it will be enough for John Wick.
And Wiz is
Uh,
finally going in the pit lane, changing onto medium tires. Nice one.
yeah, I think not much action right now, but it's been a good race. Viz came out just behind Larson, so this is the battle of the opposite strategy. Guys started on the hards.
Yeah. Let's see if Wiz can somehow just be very good on those tires and make up over 30 seconds. I think it's more to 40 seconds. John Wick gaining a bit of time to Eversnacks and Magnetic. Sorry, Piggy going into the pit lane again. So if either he goes to the hard tires now,
Yeah, he
or
must. I think he
yeah,
must
okay,
go
hard.
to hards. And Virtue will have to come in as well. They'll double stack again. But I don't think this will work out for the Astons because they'll drop behind Larson and Viz as as Viz goes past Larson. I'm not sure about this two-stop strategy. I don't think it was the best.
Yeah, it was the move, but was it the right one? I don't know. I don't think so. So John Wick is gaining time, and time eventually going to heading to Eversnacks, and Eversnacks also closes that gap time after time. 3/10 of an improvement after like 5 laps or something? I don't know.
Now there's an interesting question that is gonna come up. Is that is Nax gonna let John Wick through because he has a penalty? Or is he just gonna fight him? Because if Snacks lets him through, then John Wick might just have a shot at catching Sim Suarez, as he just gets a
Well,
3 second time
Well,
penalty.
never mind then. Piggy, another 3 second
Oh
time
my
penalty.
god! Yeah, I just saw that. He just cut the inside of the fast chicane there on the second turn in.
But that means Simsaurus has 5 seconds of a gap there if he doesn't get a penalty. So
Yeah,
good
but
for him.
that's definitely not good for John Wick because now Snacks will definitely fight him.
Yeah.
As if when he hadn't the penalty, Snacks might have let him through, and then if he got the penalty after going through Snacks, I don't think they would have switched back. So that's a free position for John Wick, assuming they would do team orders. That's a free position that John Wick just lost.
It is. And maybe our Snacks is really trying to defend his position. Because if they were smart, then Eversnacks would drop a bit behind, like in between of 1 second, and just give John Wick DRS so that they can trade DRS in the long run, and therefore making up a huge amount of time on the DRS trade. But as I know, Eversnacks isn't in a voice call with John Wick, so yeah, John Wick just has to rely on thinking what Eversnacks want right now. But it looks like that John Wick is actually very, very close to Eversnacks and will get the DRS on the next straight. As we are entering, we are already in the last final 10 laps. And the arcade, John Wick is sniffing the back of Eversnacks' car. Yeah. Now he gets into the effects of dirty air and also air
Well,
wash.
the smart thing to do here is if they're working together is for Snacks to let John Wick through
Yeah, and trade
and
DRS.
try to catch Sim Suarez, and if he doesn't catch him, then they switch back. I'm not sure if you let him through or if you just straight overtake from John Wick.
It was a straight overtake, and Eversnax also let him through. He doesn't take any chances.
Yeah, because if John Wick gets close to Sim Suarez, there might just be a chance of something happening. Either Sim Suarez gets a penalty or some kind of collision. Well, there's always a chance, so he shouldn't give up.
Yeah.
As Piggy goes past Larson.
Piggy passed Larson. Okay. Um. Yeah, so maybe the tire strategy actually paid off.
Well, no, because he was in front of both of them. He was actually P5 Piggy, and now he's P7, and Magnatech is a long way away.
Sure, but it's a strategy. And yeah, Eversnax currently has the DRS. Okay, what the hell? Um. Eversnax just was going from 3/10 to 4/10 of the gap there, and maybe John Wick will leave Eversnax behind to maybe catch that. Okay, no, there's no race when he can catch, but maybe trying to catch some Suarez.
Oh, another mistake there from John Wick in the fast chicane. I don't think he feels too comfortable with that corner.
Ah, yeah, it's that. I don't think that it's that bad actually, but yeah, I don't love it. So Piggy are overtaking with, and yeah, only 6/10 behind Piggy Wiz is right now. He is going up to 8/10. But yeah. So Everson X, it looks like that he dropped out of the DRS zone. No DRS for him anymore. Yep, no DRS for him. So that leaves the opportunity for Petman Man to gain time and to overtake Aerosnacks,
Yep.
maybe gaining more points than him, which could be relevant for the drivers and
Ooh,
constructors championship.
Snacks almost loses the car. That's a very nice save. He almost just crashed into the wall there. I don't know if you saw it.
I was on him, but I think because of camera angle, it didn't show me.
Oh.
Somebody clipped that. Um.
Well, if you didn't see it, nobody will.
Oh yeah.
Nobody clip it.
Yeah. It's big bright side. Well, let's just forget about that. Yeah, okay,
But yeah,
Eversnax
John
has
Wick
no
took
chance.
2 seconds away, and Pepman 1.6 away from Snacks.
Oh,
And Snacks gets a second penalty,
someone
and
else?
that just loses him the podium.
Yeah, and okay, no, whatever. Someone else also was gaining a 3-second time penalty, but I don't know who it was. So that makes 6 seconds for Eversnax. That leaves a P4 for him. So Pepperman also is pretty sure that he will get P3. Yeah, okay, no, okay, it was only Eversnax who gained the 3-second time penalty there. Yes,
And
we
John
are
Wick, who started P6, will likely finish P2
P2.
and still might have a chance at fighting for a win if Sim Suarez gets a penalty.
Yeah, but Simsars is a very good and clean driver. He is just focusing on his tires and also on his performance and everything else, but do is that absolutely beautiful with no mistakes. Pepperman in DRS range actually he is, sorta. And Eversnack's 3 seconds behind John Wick, which leaves him with Pepperman,
Oh,
which
Pepman
actually
gets
gets
another
a 3 second time
penalty.
penalty. So that leaves Eversnack the Pepman man with 6 seconds in time penalties, and both of them are fighting for the third position now.
Well, if this was scripted, it would be very interesting, but it's not. So, and but Snacks just seems to be struggling on the tires there. He's making a lot of mistakes in these past 2 laps, and he seems to be struggling now. Pepman has 3 laps fresher tires. That makes a very big difference in this game, especially in this track.
%, can mean like 3 laps can mean like 6% or something. Yeah, something like that.
3 laps. 3 laps might be just 7 or 8% maybe.
Yeah.
Notice there I said 7 or 8 on purpose, not to say 6 or 7%.
6, 7. Yeah. But it looks like Pepperman actually has the way to go around Everson X to get that race win. Oh yeah, Everson X doing another mistake there, so Everson X has a good time out there. And I think Pepperman now tries to overtake Everson X, which barely he can make it through. Side by side they go. Okay, Everson X stays behind him and says, yeah, you can keep that. I'll overtake you in the lap
Oh,
anyway.
he saves the car again! What a save again in the same place. Nax almost drops it into the wall again, but manages to save it just before going off track.
Didn't saw that because of camera weirdness.
Yeah, it was in the same part of the track, so I think the camera always does something weird there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so Everson X says goodbye to that P4, P3, P4 is for him now.
And John Wick is now very close, so that must have been a mistake from Sim Suarez there, because he was 1.5 seconds away, now suddenly is 1 second away. Will he get the RS? He's pushing his battery to make sure he does, and he will.
With the DRS, maybe he can overtake Sim Suarez even though... Okay, yeah, he has DRS even though he won't finish in P1 if Sim Suarez keeps it clean in the lines. Battery empty for John Wick. But is it enough for an overtake? No, he
Ooh, he
stays
clipped
behind him.
the grass.
Oh!
Yeah, he just clipped the grass on the braking there on the outside, and yeah, that made him go very wide.
Yep. He did. Exactly. But still John Wick can get behind Sim Suarez. Yeah, as you can see, the time's closing in lap by lap, corner by corner. Oh boy, I love this camera angle. Could we just keep that? No! Damn.
I think you need to talk with production there.
Why do you think production has their hands involved of that?
Yeah, we have a whole team of we have a whole team of cameramen that are filming this race right now. So you need to speak with them. As John Wick goes wide again in the first corner, he's really struggling now.
Yeah, the final 2 laps are just starting now. And it looks like that John Wick has only one opportunity left to overtake Sim Suarez to take. I don't know. half of the race home with him, even though he's French. Hablado français. Baguette.
Well, it's definitely not his own race. It's actually Pepman's home race, right? Because is he Italian? I think so, right?
You are Italian as well, right?
No, I'm
No?
not.
Okay, but there was someone I was commentating with, and he just did the race intro in Italian.
Probably it was Crystals.
Crystal then.
Bro. Yeah, that's a very Crystals thing to do, as John Wick is gonna go past Sim Suarez, who doesn't fight too much, couldn't actually fight anymore because he had no battery, and entering the last lap he just needs to keep it clean and not have a penalty. I can actually check how many warnings he has, and he does have one warning.
Okay, then
So,
not too bad.
yeah, if he keeps it clean, he will win this race. Unless, who's that in front of them? That's Boosted Mess, but he's gonna have blue flag, so he's just gonna let him go.
Yeah, but still 1 point for him, the first point in total at all.
Yeah,
This
that's managed to outscore Futuristic, who
season.
retired from this race.
Yeah, ooh, in wait, like John Wick's bit of cutting grass there. But still, yeah, okay, Simsaurus just stays behind, drive it clean through the end. Oh my god! My heart just dropped. Okay, wait. John Wick is making it very, very spectacular for us in the last corner, almost spinning out of there. But John Wick in second position, and Sim Suarez, his first race in season 19. His first race actually, and his first win as well. With Magnetic,
Yep.
okay, now we have to. Okay, this takes a while.
Yeah, this will this will take a little bit. Boosted Mess got lapped on the last lap, so it won't take as long.
Yeah.
But yeah, very nice race from Sim Suarez there. Just got a jump on Pepman at at when the lights went off, and just went P1 all the way through the race. No penalties as well. So, and Pepman, yeah, it's just his pace in the race didn't seem like it matched his qualifying pace, and he couldn't hold it. He couldn't hold P2 either from John Wick, who did an amazing race from P6.
Even though he's very good performance. But yeah, as I said, Simsaurus is a bit fast driver, so he proved us that one more time and got this race. He won that. Congrats. Our grid for the race is Simsaurus in first position, then we have our dear John Wick with Penman joining in, then Aerosnax, Magnetic Piggy with Larson, Verche, Boosted Mass, and Futuristic closing the grid. And yeah, let's just hop into the interviews we go. We also have our first guy who's gonna get interviewed. It's John Wick. Hello, how is your race going?
Yeah, I think like it didn't help for me to start 7th, quali. So I had actually to push forward. I was able to. My race went fine. Yeah, I think that I made a lot of mistake, which I think is that in December or November when we had a discussion, I was telling you I was trying to make no mistakes. So I think it's probably me not. Being off for a month didn't help. And so I was able to overtake Snap and Peps. I think that's my objective was to finish ahead of them first, because obviously that's the most important. And then I was trying to catch up Sim, but I made like I think like lap 30 and like 31. No, like lap 29 and 30. Missed my braking point first turn one. I don't know why, like twice in a row, which actually allowed him to create a gap second. And then then obviously last lap I was able to overtake, but it was too late to be able to pull out 3 seconds. So I would say GG to him. I practiced a lot with him actually week Imola, so well deserved. And then I think that's the best I could do today.
Okay, but what was going on in the qualifying?
Actually, my Moza pit house application just like somehow like turn off. So all my wheel parameters actually turn off. So I actually had no steering input. So I couldn't actually put a lap together. That's why probably you see me in the gravel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So then I started where I was not supposed to. I had to push forward.
Okay, yeah, next race we have Singapore, Silverstone. You're looking forward to that?
Yeah, I love Silverstones. Be a good race for me, hopefully. Finger crossed. Hopefully no rain as well. I like Silverstone more than Imola, so I think she'll get better. Hopefully no mistake this time, and hopefully a win.
Yeah. I mean, you're a fast driver. There's always the opportunity that you take the win. But yeah, that's all for me. Golo, you got anything to add?
No, congratulations on your race. Very good race to go from P6 to P2, and yeah, we saw that in qualifying you had some sort of issue because we saw you go off track just before the last run, and yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, congratulations anyway, and see you next week.
See you
Yeah.
guys.
See
Bye.
ya. Bye-bye. So, Simsaurus, we go with next. And hello, Simsaurus, our race winner. You actually just entered Tier 2 in season 19 and just won the first race you attended in. What is the feeling?
Amazing. It was all about the start. I had a really good one. I don't know who Pepman. He has a really bad one, so I capitalized on that and I went through the race. But John Wick was super quick. I couldn't hold him for much longer there. My tires were like 3 or 4 laps older than him, I think.
Yeah,
But
true
he
that.
was super fast, super fast. I couldn't hold. But I think the Ferrari blocked me, and I like lost 2 or 3 seconds there. I mean, it wasn't his fault; it was his strategy, and but my mistake to try to do undercut. But yeah, other than that was a clean race and no penalties, and yeah, amazing. First win here. I haven't won a league race for a while, and yeah, e olá Gurla também.
Yeah, congrats on your on your first place. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even got to taste the first place at all. I only was second in my little career, but I
Oh yeah, I raced with you,
yeah.
haven't I? Yeah, in Fun 24. Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving head to head. And also I
Yeah,
was
I remember.
driving against John Wick. It was so sweaty in Brazil
Yeah, it
actually.
is super. Yeah.
Um yeah, so congrats on that first place as I already said. Qualifying, you did quite well. Why didn't you got the first position?
Last sector. I mean, I was like pushing like my madman in the first two sectors. But the last sector I lost a little bit, like 1/10. But I was pushing like crazy. Like I didn't care at all if I crashed or not wherever. I was like pushing pushing and pushing. I had like what 20% in start of the second lap. To yeah, I was like 1% in crossing the line. I had no battery whatsoever. Maybe that
Hmm.
was the issue because
Yeah.
I did 2 laps. But yeah, I needed to do one more lap, and if I hadn't do that lap, I was like P8, P9 probably. So it was worth it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was worth
was
it.
definitely. Next
Super
race,
close.
Silverstone. Is it your home race?
No,
No.
No.
I told you
No.
he's Portuguese, like
Yeah,
me.
we are Portuguese.
Oh.
You also didn't know
Yeah.
where I was from. Yeah, I'm Portuguese. Yeah, he during the
Do I have
comms he
English
said I was
accent?
Italian, then he said I was French, and I don't know what's going on.
Do I have an English accent?
Uh,
Yeah, I
well,
don't know.
I was just
Uh,
asking maybe some Suarez was from England, but that's something different now. So, England, yeah, Silverstone, what do you think of that?
uh,
Except that it's
eh,
wet.
I mean, it's wet. It's okay for me. I don't know. The track is a little bit hard for me. I don't know. Not an easy track in the last couple of legal races I had there. I won one race there, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Mixed feelings about that one. To be honest, I
Nah,
prefer Imola. To be honest.
Yulgos
But
won
yeah,
the race back then. Or,
yeah, yeah.
your older brother or something, I don't know. Yulgos and who was the other one?
Pishupa. Pixupa was
Big
my
Super.
old teammate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Big.
yeah, he was my old teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. I'd say congrats on that win. Gorla, you wanna say anything?
No,
Uh,
I mean,
but
it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun
yeah, I was
race.
just gonna say congratulations. It was a very clean race and no penalties as well. That
Yeah.
well, that got you the win basically, and also a good start. And well, there's only 3 races remaining, so I don't think there's any chance of you fighting for the championship. But we
Oh,
hope to see you. We hope to see you in the next races
yeah.
to well to see you fight for the win and be entertaining for us as well.
Nothing to lose from
So
me, so yeah,
exactly.
I don't, I will do my best and try to win the last 2 races. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, we'll see you next week then, and bye bye.
Bye
See ya.
bye. So our last guy in the interview booth is our P4 president, also known as the German guy, Eversnacks. Hello, Eversnacks.
Oh, you got that one right.
Yeah, he's a
Hello,
German
it's me,
guy.
German guy.
Resident. Oh, he's a P4 resident, not a president. Well.
I'm also P4 president, it seems, judging from today's result.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well, but speaking of which, why only P4?
Yeah, it's kind of tough to pinpoint. It was a bit of everything. I told you before the race I didn't really practice. I think I've done a few laps of time trial, but I didn't do a single race lap, which really hurt me on the hard tires. And then it was just John Wick being super fast. Since Suarez, I didn't gain enough time on him in the pits. I was kind of hoping to get the undercut and at least be in the DRS. I think if I had been in the DRS, there was a chance to win the race there. But yeah, I didn't get that. And then as soon as I saw John Wick approaching at supersonic speeds, I started pushing too hard, and I think that's what killed my tires at the end. So yeah, just a bit unfortunate.
Okay, in the qualifying wet tire conditions, I'd say you weren't happy at all.
Oh, I was feeling so good.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught it, but I did 2 runs on 2 sets of intermediates. So I came out of the pits for my second run towards the end of the session, and it was feeling so good on the first lap, and then I got an invalidation. So on my final lap, I had to be a bit more careful. I didn't want to start P7, and had to make sure I just get a lap in. And that lap, of course, was a bit slower than I was hoping. But yeah, the conditions were feeling great. Like at the end of the quali session, at least it was great. At the start, it was a struggle. Yeah, I was just trying to find some dry spaces on the track, but towards the end, it was fine.
Yeah, dry line was forming eventually. Yeah, that's had to be done. The race, yeah, we already talked about that, as well as the qualifying.
Did you
Silverstone.
see any more sessions, or is that just?
I mean,
Yeah.
Gurla said that
You
you
want to?
saved your car 2 times, but because of camera weirdness, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I think it was after turn 2 or in the middle of turn 2. I thought I thought you was going into the wall 2 times.
Yeah, towards the end of the race, I had a few moments as well. In I think it's called Aqua Minerale.
Bless you.
The very tight left-right thing, the
Uphill.
weird chicane, downhill, uphill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a few moments there. I think that's actually where I lost the most of my time. Um, but yeah, lots of moments. But I don't think there was anything where I was like, okay, I'm dead right now. I felt like I had it mostly under control.
Okay, I didn't saw anything else, so say congrats for P4 president. And yeah, next race we got Silverstone. I think you are very excited for that, right?
I like Silverstone kind of, I guess. It's really not good on this game, I have to admit. Like I've raced it I think twice now on this game, and it's just not a good racing track. Like you can't overtake, it's all just DRS trains, no matter how fast people are as well. Like usually it's tier 1 is a DRS train and tier 2 it's absolute mayhem. But yeah, Silverstone's gonna be a DRS train for tier 2 as well. I'm not looking forward to that part, not looking forward to having my engine overheat again. But I mean, I've driven there recently. It should be fine. I like the track, you know, how it feels overall. And if I get a good qualifying, then we'll see where I can make it.
Yeah, time will tell. Um, Gorla, you want to say something else?
No, just good luck for the next races. You are definitely still in the fight for the championship. And yeah, it gets even more interesting now with John Wick getting some points. So it's looking like a three-way fight for the championship with just 3 races remaining. So good luck.
I will also say I really enjoy that we now Simsoar is taking points off the other guys as well.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks Simsaurus for that. But yeah, I'd say that's it for me. Congrats, Eversnax, and see you in Silverstone.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, that's it. Let's wrap things up. Everything in
Yeah,
all,
we're just
everything.
missing driver of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So who is your
Simsaurus.
pick?
Simsaurus. Simsaurus.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sim Suarez as well. Well, I guess we have to nominate three drivers. So
Simsaurus, John Wick, and
yeah, and I don't, maybe Magnetech or
you choose the last one.
um. Let me see. So Magnetech finished P5, right?
I think
I'm
so,
not
yeah.
sure where he started. I think he might have started. Yeah, well, let's go Magnetech, sure.
Okay, then those they are. Yeah, so thanks, Gorla, for joining me at the comms again. Always a pleasure with you.
Always, yeah, same for me. Always a pleasure to commentate.
I'd say, you want to say something else?
No, I just want to say have a nice week and see you all for Silverstone.
Yep, it was a nice race, and looking forward to Silverstone. And you know everything that's coming now. This was Gorla, this was Horizon, and this was SLR. See you in the next one. Bye bye.